This week, we are flying and flowing into qualities of movement and finding out how Oreo cookies can help your acting right after this. Hi, the Inspired Actor here. If you're new to this channel, we are dedicated to helping actors become better artists by offering these quick, roughly 10-minute acting lessons. We try to post these weekly, so if you want to see more videos like these, go ahead and subscribe so you'll be notified as soon as they come out. Also, take a moment before you forget and hit that like button, as it really helps me out. And if you know people who might like these videos, please don't hesitate to share them on your social media outlet of choice. If you haven't seen my last video on the qualities of movement, I highly recommend that you do so. In it, I discuss the thinking behind adding these qualities to actions and the molding quality of movement. So if you missed that one, I'll put a card up here so you can catch up. If you don't feel like doing that, here's a quick review. An actor is always playing actions in their work. That's kind of why they call it acting, after all. These actions can be internal or external, intangible or tangible, but they are always there. And if you are not performing an action, then you aren't acting. Period. However, actors also work in the medium of feelings, and an actor must find those feelings truthfully and organically, or else it can devolve quickly into cliche and mugging.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
One method of finding those feelings is by adding a quality and allowing that quality to call those feelings forth, to provoke or attract them by adding them consciously to our actions and receiving what impulses the quality adds. Here's a simple example. I push away my dinner. That is an external action that I am performing. Great. That is the what of the action. Now, if I push away my dinner with the molding quality like this, it calls forth certain emotional qualities that happen organically. In this example, I am receiving a feeling of disgust with this action. No, I'm not trying to play disgust. It's happening through the quality of movement. Now, as I said in my last video, a quality can be really anything. A noun, an idea, a mental image. All of those things can be used as a quality to affect action. However, Chekhov gave us the 4 qualities of movement as a base to work from. These qualities are based on the 4 elemental forces of nature derived from classicism: earth, air, water, and fire. Or for our purposes, molding, flying, flowing, and radiating. What's so great about this approach is that it's so easy. One simply adds a quality to the action, and any sensitive actor can conjure a psychological approach with a feeling of ease. It is a shortcut, a trick to achieving emotional and psychological results. It feels like cheating to some actors because they feel like they have to go through this long, grueling process in order to really act. I can only say that working in this manner saves yourself a lot of time and a lot of effort. It gets you to the goal quicker and easier than any other method I've experienced, and when your rehearsal time is at a premium, as it tends to be these days, you can't afford to get precious about how you're achieving the goal of inspired acting. So enough of my rant. Let's explore the second quality of movement, flying. Hi, we're going to be doing our exercise now, and for a change, I thought you might enjoy seeing Caitlin rather than me all the time doing these exercises. So Caitlin will be my guest student. Thank you, Caitlin, very much.
You're welcome very much.
And let's get to it. Find your home stance. Arms resting gently at your side. Chest open, feet shoulder width apart, neck long, shoulders relaxed. Begin walking about your space normally. Experience the world around you consciously, but with a feeling of detachment and ease as you sit, stand, pick up an object, and so on. Beginning with your hands, imagine that they are becoming lighter and lighter. Then your feet, then your head, then your whole body begins to feel lighter than air as you move about your space. When you feel conscious of your whole body being light and free and able to fly, imagine that you are able to step up into the air and that now you are flying about the space. Really try to fully use your imagination to see yourself flying about the space with ease and joy. Play around with tempo. Remember that flying doesn't have to be fast necessarily. Imagine yourself soaring through the air slowly, then lightly take off. Now play around with direction. Fly to the ground. Fly to sitting. Fly up. Fly sideways. Fly out in all directions at once. Now imagine that you have flown into heavy wind. You are no longer in control, but are being moved through the air by this wind. Allow the wind to die down, but you are still being moved through the air by a gentle breeze. Imagine the wind carrying you softly to the ground. When you are ready, stop, unwrap this quality from around you, and send it up into the air. You might need to catch your breath here, so while you're taking a break, let's fly back over the exercise. I like the phrase fly back because it makes me imagine that I am looking over the exercise with a feeling of distance and ease and joy. During the flyback, we reflect over the exercise in order to try to learn and grow from each one as much as possible. I also like to ask myself and my students these 3 questions. 1. What was my favorite moment? It doesn't have to be anything particularly great, just something specific that stood out. In other words, don't overthink it. If you think of a better moment later, it's not like you did anything wrong. What was your favorite moment of that exercise?
When the wind was at my back.
2. What happened that I want to do more of in my work or in life? To clarify, this is not asking if anything happened that I liked, but what happened. There's usually something to notice from every exercise if you look hard enough. And in the rare case that there was absolutely nothing that you found useful in the exercise, you now have the knowledge that this exercise or particular approach doesn't work for you right now. And that knowledge is still useful. What did you do or learn during the exercise that you could double stuff more of in life or in your acting?
I would play with flying in all directions at once.
3. What did you think of the exercise as a whole? Try to answer this question with as much detail as possible. Good or bad is not very helpful. I liked it because, or I hated it because, is much more useful to you as an artist. What did you think of that exercise as a whole?
I like it because you can parse it down to be something very small but still keep the feeling, and that can lead to very interesting things, I feel.
This is called the Oreo cookie technique of critical analysis. It is always useful to analyze your work as an actor and an artist if your desire is to be the best actor you can be. But if you are like many actors and artists that I know, it is also very easy to fall into the trap of negativity when analyzing your work. I am terrible. That was bad. Why can't I be as good as her? And so on. This line of thinking is not only not helpful, but it's downright destructive. It doesn't serve you in any way to get down on yourself. You are in a process, and this process is designed to make you better. No matter where you are in your acting journey, there is always more to learn. So try to keep your analysis positive. Once more, 1. What was your favorite moment? 2. What can you double stuff for the next time? 3. What did you think of the exercise as a whole? That's some sweet analysis right there. Okay, let's move on to flowing. Find your home stance. Arms resting gently at your side, chest open, feet shoulder width apart, neck long, shoulders relaxed. Imagine that water is beginning to fill the space around you, but you are not concerned or frightened in any way. You are comfortable in the knowledge that should the water rise over your head, you will still be able to breathe with the imaginary set of gills you have just now developed. Imagine now that the water is all the way to the ceiling and you are floating in the water. Using just your hand, float your hand above you and notice how that feels. Notice how this feels different from flying. Allow yourself to float through the space. Using your creative imagination, move about the space while floating. Float to sitting. Float to standing. Pick up a random object while floating. Move from one point in the space to the other. Imagine yourself flowing up and then floating down. Flow sideways. Isolate your hands and let them float in any direction. Now imagine that it's your head. Now it's your torso. Now imagine that you have been caught in a current and you are being carried downstream. Imagine that you are being pulled by the current through the space. You are going up and down and left and right. Now imagine that current is weakening and you are gently floating to shore. Imagine that the water is still now, and take one last moment to enjoy the peaceful water surrounding you as you float in space. When you are ready, stop, unwrap this quality from around you, and send it up into the air. You may have noticed that sometimes I use the word floating and sometimes flowing. I hope you are not thrown by this. Although Michael Chekhov spoke English, it was not his first language. As a result, there's sometimes a little overlap with some of his terminology, and in order to keep it clear, I try to use separate words for separate ideas. In this case, he used floating for the 4 qualities of movement and floating in reference to one of the 3 sister sensations of feeling, something I will cover in later videos. I think it's best to try to keep those concepts as separate as possible, so we'll use flowing here. Don't worry too much about it though. Whether you are floating or flowing, your mental imagery should be water. Now, don't forget that Oreo cookie and let me know what you came up with in the comments. Next week, we'll cover the final quality of movement, radiating, as well as some exercises that will add these qualities to gestures for objective and characterization. So if you want to be the first to be notified when that video comes out, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. See you guys later.